Good morning, everyone. For some of you, I probably just got off a Zoom call with you, and so that was a lot of fun, and I enjoy seeing all of your smiling faces, you divine beings you are. So we're going to start. I wanted to talk about the book for our week 10. We're almost separating. I'm a little sad. That's why I wanted to have a last Zoom call with you, because I so honor each of you that you're on this path, and look forward to many more great divine things happening in your life. So creating a world that works for all. As I read through this book, I actually read through it a few times. It took me a while to really understand it, in that it is a book you really have to read. You can't, I'm almost a little bit of a speed reader, but if you read through this too fast, you miss really big points in it. And so I'm just going to bring up some of the points that that the book talked to me. So one of them was on page 20, the 3 criteria. And so it's talking about a world that works for all, and that one community where everyone has, let me see, what was it? Sri Lanka. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, Sri Lanka. That the criteria was, can everyone have enough? Everyone has enough. That's the criteria. That it's okay to trade places, and that the system benefits everyone. And so I really like this because it wasn't talking about everything being equal. It was just talking, if we build a world that everyone has enough, that everyone feels good, that they're not feeling like they get less than if they trade places, and that everything system that benefits everyone. And so I guess the question to you is, what are your feelings on the 3 criteria? Do you feel that a system like that would work for building a world that works for all? On page 25, it has problems allow ourselves to see our impetus for fundamental. Okay, so this is what it's saying, that problems allow us to see where we can change. And the quote is, remembering that our problems provide the impetus for fundamental changes, allow us to remain optimistic about our future despite the mess. So that gives us hope that when we see areas that need change, we can be optimistic because it's moving us into that change. And so what I would like you to do, the question here I'm posing to you, is to pick one thing that is happening in your world that isn't a mess, a societal change maybe, that's a mess. And speak about what you would like to see in the future, okay? And speak to it as an affirmative prayer. Speak to it as it is happening now. So any area that you might have concern about, it might be a news item or something like that, okay? What kind of future would you like? And again, speak to it as it is happening and now. Let me imagine, let me see that world through your description. Okay. On page 32, the book talks about how problems all boil down to our consciousness. All boil down to our consciousness. if we can change our consciousness, and he's talking about the consciousness that gives us sexism, overfishing, poor child rearing, welfare, and so on. Okay, if we can change that consciousness, our breaker consciousness, then that would alleviate a lot of the mess. Okay, so the question here I pose is, how do your needs play into making a mess in the world? Okay, my need for I guess really, oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to pause this.